Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first broadcast of Rithwald Racing TV. I am your host, Dan Tobin, and we have the Short Track Weapons Racing Series up here tonight. We're out at the Bullring. It's a 3/8 mile, four-corner oval inside of the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It was originally built in 1985 and was later refurbished in 2000. With a seating capacity of 5,400, we're sure to see every seat filled tonight. Sin City becomes Sim City as Short Track Weapons iRacing League takes over for 75 laps of short track action. We're just catching up here on the practice. Everybody else getting their licks in. A little bit of a wipeout there. Special blimp view action. This is a very difficult track with very difficult cars. Let's give you a quick lap around to give you a feel for what it's going to be like for these drivers. We're in ghost mode, so we won't actually cause any kind of an incident. These are very tail-happy cars. We're running the stock setup in iRacing right now. You have to really let off the throttle early, get the car turned through here, and then get back on it again. Too much throttle too early, we're going in too late, and you're going to be crashing.
Oh, the slow car on the bottom?
These guys are probably running a little bit faster with some looser setups, which is going to make them even more tail happy. The short track, you're looking at lap times in the 16s.
Inside. Clear. Stay at the bottom.
Onboard footage with Brendan Barker, if we can. Now let's just jump on board with our leader. Here we have Garrett Lamb. Showing us how it's really done. Whipping that car around the track. Currently sitting in 6th place for practice. Here we have Joseph Bell, early in 19th. They had just a little too much throttle coming out of 4, and that car will spin right around. These street stock cars are basically just gutted street cars with small block Chevys in them. They're putting out 375 horsepower, 4-speed transmission. Big 15-inch Hoosers. Justin Harris here. Oh, just a little bit, Garrett. He ends up saving it. He'll pull it into the pits there. Justin Harris showing us how to drift around this corner. Oh, I just can't hold on to it enough. Garrett Lamb going back out on the track. Wrapping up a little bit of practice, then we'll be doing time trial qualifying, a couple heat races, and then we will be on to the feature. 75 laps tonight. We get a full pack here tonight. It's going to be an interesting race. Short Track Weapons is a New England-based iRacing league. Most of the members are from Maine. And there's a few members all over the place. There's a few on the West Coast. There's a few on the down in the Carolinas as well. This track here is actually where the Bush brothers got their start. They race Friday and Saturday nights in cars pretty much just like these. Ooh. Maxed Oliver into the wall. That's a wreck. Even Vicky Jr. getting after Max Oliver. This is just practice. Got about 4 minutes left, and then we'll be getting into qualifying. Ooh, into the wall. That's a hard hit. Feel free to leave some messages in chat. We'll be checking that throughout the course of the race. If you have any issues with noise or sound or any of that stuff, please let me know, and I will do my best to correct it. Hold on 1 sec. Just working something out with the league organizer. right, guys, that's going to do it. Ooh, nice and soft into the tire barrier. That's going to do it for practice. Be moving right on to qualifying. All right, so here we are in qualifying. Trying to work out a little issue. It looks like the mobile version of YouTube's website doesn't work with the live stream, but the PC version does. Hello to everybody who has tuned in so far. I think we've got a few people here in the chat. We are using Restream, so you can actually watch it on Twitch and YouTube. Empty track right now. We're moving on to Heat 1. Like Joe Pastor has taken pole position. It was actually a BRMS champion. Some real world drivers in this ranking. A lot of real world drivers in this ranking from the New England area. Trying to find something to do while the snow's down and the tracks are closed. This heat's going to be 8 laps. Just about ready to kick things off here for a formation lap. I think we're waiting on 2 drivers. It's going to be a 12-car heat. First place is Joe Pastor, David Oliver, Garrett Lamb in third, Justin Harris, Gleason Smith, Max Oliver, Scott Bell, Tyler Jordan, Travis Poulier, AJ Picard. It looks like Dan Collins and Ben Ashline are not with us right now. There's your field. 10-car heat. There are your standings for tonight. Actually, while we're waiting for that to happen, let's take a look at the track. The 3/4 mile oval, 8 laps. The 3/8 mile oval. And we're underway.
Ready, green flag, green flag. Have a great day.
Good start. Everybody feeling out the cars, feeling out the tires. Do a little bumping, had to go up over the rumble strips there at the back of the pack. Everybody single file for the most part, except for the number 29 of Justin Harris. He's on the outside here, trying to make something work in that outside groove. He slipped down into single file, looks like he can. Little bit of a bump there. AJ getting into the back of Travis. Oh, and Joe loses it. It's very easy to get these cars loose. That's going to push him all the way to the back. A couple of people missing. We're halfway through right now. That jumbles things a little bit. Garrett Lamb is now in first. Let's see if he can hold it for the next 3 laps. Garrett Lamb with a roughly half-second lead over David Oliver. The on-screen gaps are a little delayed. But I'll be feeding you guys some real-time stuff as I see it. Travis trying to move himself through the pack. Pretty close here. Coming around, final lap. Looks like Garrett's going to have this in the bag pretty easy as long as he can keep himself from spinning out. Getting pretty close to those rumble strips. That's an easy way to lose your car, but he will get himself across the line. First place. Garrett Lamb, he'll win the first heat. Garrett actually won the last week's race after Nicholas Poland had an incident on lap 3. Garrett Lamb moved up and there was no looking back. He basically held the next 73 laps and took the win at Oxford. Now we're getting ready for race number 2. We have Wyatt Alexander out in front. Brandon Barker in second, Kenny Tripp in third, Nicholas Cusack in fourth, Adam Ricci in fifth, Bobby Timmons in sixth, Matthew Gaines in seventh, Stephen Dickey Jr. in eighth, Dylan Turner in ninth, and Joseph Bell in 10th. You're looking for an underdog in this race, put your money on Adam J. Ricci. He has had really consistent top 10 finishes. Last week, it looks like he started in 10th or 17th place and moved himself all the way up into 8th place. So he knows how to move his way through the pack. Be interesting to see what he can do this week. See what he can do during this heat race. Everybody's stacking up, getting ready for the green. These cars in, coming around the final turns.
Green flag.
Little bumping to start things off. And the 88 of Brandon Barker is going to get a little bit of a jump. Can he make it stick on the outside? Had a little bit of a jump there, but Wyatt's able to pull it back in. He's going to tuck in behind. The 5 of Nicholas Cusack on the outside here, running side by side with the 12 of Kenny Tripp. Brandon Barker was actually the fastest person in practice. Let's jump on board with him as he tries to hunt down Wyatt Alexander. If you really need to get out of the gas, pile on the throttle on your way out. Cars have about 9 pounds per horsepower. Very agile cars. Makes them accelerate well, but it can make that back end really happy. Rest of the pack working pretty hard. Get the 5 working. Trying to get past Stephen Dickey Jr. Can he do it? Looking like he's starting to fall back a little bit in the pack. The number 4 of Adam Ricci in 8th place right now, trying to find a way by Dylan Turner. And here we are coming around. Wyatt Alexander will take first place in the heat number 2, followed by Brandon Barker, Kenny Tripp, Bobby Timmons, Stephen Dickey Jr., Dylan Turner, Adam J. Ricci, and looks like we're on to race 3. Took away a lot of my stuff. You guys saw it though. You saw it. You know. Let's get ourselves ready for grid. Like we're going to have 15 laps here. Max Dolliver in first, Adam J. Ricci in second, Joe Pastor in third, Nicholas Cusack in fourth, AJ Picard in fifth, Matthew Gaines in sixth, Tyler Jordan in seventh, Joseph Bell in eighth, and then we'll see if Dan Collins... Ooh, Joseph Bell giving a little bit of a bump to the 61 of Matthew Gaines. Here we are for the formation lap. It's like Dan Collins, Trevor Grafman, and Ben Ashline were not able to make it into this one. See how Max Dolliver does on the restart here. His car will be coming in on this lap. His car is in. Back is nice and tight for the restart. Coming around turn 4, you'll start seeing the pedal go down. Green flag. Side by side, nice tight pack. Got to get that throttle down though. Max a little loose coming out of that corner. Fine line to run there. Gets up wide. Adam gets forced to the outside. Number 10 of Joe is going to get on the inside. Joe was leading in Heat 1 and then unfortunately had a little bit of a spin out. See if he can hold it together here and hunt down Max. AJ catching up. Oh, he's cutting across the field a little bit. Goes a little wide. 97 with a little bit of damage. He had a little bit of a tapping on the grid. Adam's able to get around Joe. He'll move up into the second spot. Oh, my position got out of whack a little bit there. Joe is still in second place. My apologies on that one. And that's Nicholas Cusack in third. Just about halfway through the race right now. Nicholas getting really close there. Only 0.3 of a second separate him and Joe up in second place. You can hear those tires squealing as they come around the corner. Max run really clean, still out front and first. Doing a good job of holding on. Tyler Jordan's catching up here. Only 1/10 of a second between these two. Is he going to be able to slip into the fourth spot? Five to go. I'm trying to hold his line. Very, very close racing. 0.2 of a second between them now. Joe getting really close. 3 laps to go. Now's to make the move. Got to be careful not to slip up though. A fine line to run. Two to go. Right on his bumper. Does he do a little bump pass? Here we are, guys. Final lap. And that'll do it. Max able to hold on to first place through it. Joe gets some redemption, coming in second place, followed by Nicholas Cusack, Adam Ricci, and Tyler Jordan in fifth. That'll wrap up your top 5. All right, let's take another look at the track conditions tonight for our main feature. 75 laps, partly cloudy skies. Air temperature is 65, kind of a cool night in Vegas. Track temperature is 91 degrees, humidity 0. And we have a 3-mile-per-hour wind coming out of the southwest. Shouldn't pose too much of a problem. Southwest winds tend to give these cars a little bit more oversteer. So we'll see if that causes any issues, but with only 2 or 3 miles per hour, not expecting to see too much of an issue. Here we have Adam Sturgill out front, followed by Tyler King, Garrett Lamb in third, Wyatt Alexander in fourth, David Oliver in fifth, Brandon Barker in sixth, Gleason Smith in seventh, Kenny Tripp in eighth, Scott Bell in ninth, and Bobby Timmons in 10th. Big thank you to everyone who's popped out. Looks like we've got about 23 people in the chat room right now. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Who do you think's going to win? Let me know. Here we are. Pace car is in, and we are underway for some racing. Things are a little out of whack right now. I keep them up there, but they're definitely refreshing a little too fast. I apologize for that. We'll have it fixed for the next race. Adam Sturgill really able to push himself out. Got a nice commanding lead. Currently 0.6 of a second, 0.7 of a second now over David Oliver in second. David Oliver is another face you're going to want to watch tonight. He finished in the top 3 for the past 2 weeks. Going to be definitely looking.
Caution.
Oh, caution flag is
Talk
out.
to me, good. What do you got?
Looks like we had a wreck going into turn 2. Pace car will be coming out. I think that was the 31 of Bobby Timmons and Justin Harris. Justin coming into the pits right now, see if he can get his car fixed up and get back out there. Still got a whole lot of racing to do. Only 5 laps down, 70 laps to go. If we can't get this ticker working. Apologize for that little blip. We're going to restart the theme here, and we should be able to have a nice ticker going for the rest of the race for you guys. Wouldn't be live if there weren't issues, right? Oh, still a little fast. We'll fix it for next time.
Green flag.
Green flag, guys. See if Adam can continue his lead. Gets a nice jump off the start. But Wyatt is right on the tail. Number 21 of David Oliver on the outside in the blue. We'll back it down, get it right behind Wyatt. Travis going for the inside line here. Can he get... Oh, actually, that's Joe getting on the inside of Travis. I was looking at the track, and it looked like Travis was going to get the inside on Kenny Tripp, but Joe ends up getting around Travis. Looking at Joe, currently 8th, started 16th place. So moving his way through the field. Brandon Barger. Oh, gets into the 12 a little bit of bumping. Joe almost able to capitalize on that. Brandon trying to hunt down Kenny Tripp here. And Wyatt starting to catch up on Adam Sturgill. Wyatt started in 4th place, currently sitting in 2nd place. Don't count David Oliver out either. David about half a second behind these guys. Still early in the race. Things will start getting interesting around lap 50. That's when I find the cars tend to have a little bit more on oversteer, start losing a little bit of that traction. Throttle application is going to be really, really important. Right now, they should be putting in pretty consistent laps. Adam coming up on the 99 of AJ Picard. AJ is actually a rookie driver, rookie class driver. Hanging with some A-class drivers here. Tyler Jordan in that 23 trying to get past Nicholas Cusack. He was getting pretty close there for a little bit. About 0.03 of a second. Cars all tightly packed here at the back of the pack. Was the number 4 of Adam Ricci. Looks like he is letting the leaders by. Dylan Turner down at the back of the pack. Stephen Dickey Jr. in the 98, trying to get on the outside of Max Dolliver. Pressed against that wall, hopefully no contact. These guys are running really close. A little bit of wide. Now he's 3 wide. Tried a little too hard, went a little too deep on that corner. Couldn't get it to stick. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Number 9 of Dylan Turner is 7 laps down right now. Max gonna take his spot back. Can he hold on to it? Nice little battle here. Coming back up front, we got Wyatt Alexander again. Let's get on board with him. Pressing right up against the wall. See him just rolling off that throttle there, trying to get the car pointed through that corner. A little bit of brake there to try and drive it a little bit harder. Tires just scrubbing. Oh, Adam gets a little loose coming out of the corner. Here is Wyatt's spot, and he will take first place. Can he hold it all the way through turn 4? He will. Lap 32 will be led by Wyatt Alexander. Adam is right on his tail. Wyatt Alexander moving up 3 spots so far. Can he hold out for the rest of the race? It's a tall task to ask him to do. "34 laps down right now. Here we are with Garrett Lamb in the 38. He's actually not racing the 16. Or is he? I think he is. He is. Travis is trying to get into that 11 spot. Close action there. Go for a more scenic view.
Caution.
Caution is out.
Give me your 10th there, bud.
Did not see where the incident was. But it does look like it was Justin Harris again. Justin was an incident earlier on in the late race, bringing out the first caution. Justin's going to try and stay out. So, bring the field back together, and we'll see if Wyatt can keep his lead going as we come around for the restart. See if the pace car comes in this time, or if we're going to wait for the cars to get cleaned up a little bit, packed up, ready to go. Matthew Gaines gets the pass around. "40 laps in the bag." Little bang in there. If these guys a little tighter. Trying to get the pack together. If you're just tuning in, this is Short Track Weapons League. They're an iRacing league out of New England. Most of the drivers you're seeing here tonight are actual real-world drivers. I'm giving Wyatt a little love tap on the back. Field's coming together. His car should be coming in this time. And it does. We're getting ready for some more green flag racing, lap 42 right now.
Green flag.
Wyatt on the inside, gets a good jump on the start. David Oliver trying to get the draft and get himself up into second place. 2 top 3 finishes. He wants that first place badly. Right now he's holding on to second place. Starting to pull away just a little bit. Oh, and there's an accident!
Caution.
Looked like that was
I'll leave this one on you. If you want to stay out, we'll stay out.
Scott Bell and Bobby Timmons both have incidents. We're going to have another yellow flag. I told you right around that 50 mark. Came a little earlier tonight, 45. Could be due to some of the temps. Take a look at our track conditions. The southwest wind. Track temps are holding pretty solid. Not too hot. But you're gonna see those tires start losing grip a lot more. They should have enough grip in them to make it to the end of the race, but it's definitely going to make it a completely different beast to be racing on lap 50 on. Oh, another accident! Wow. David Oliver will be holding in second. Try to get these guys sorted out. Number 15 coming into the pits. Get himself sorted out. We get ready for this restart. Let's jump on board with David Oliver. Little crack in his windshield. Some rocks getting kicked up. David will be starting on the outside. Adam Sturgill on his inside. Coming up on 50 laps now as we cross the start-finish line there. Adam Sturgill actually started this race in first, currently sunk back into the third spot. His car is in. David Oliver moving right up alongside Wyatt Alexander. It's a tough group to be on that outside line. Let's see how the start goes. Guys powering it through. Adam's got that nice line on the inside. He's got to watch out for those rumble strips. Going to get past David Oliver, but David Oliver is holding tight. He's going to have to back it down. Almost to contact there. David Oliver really pressing the issue. David getting himself in front. Adam trying to keep his nose in it. We got the 3 monitors, so you can't exactly see him on the outside, but they are side by side. Let's go to TV2 on this. Very close racing. Adam kicking out on the outside edge. Tyler King trying to get up into it a little bit. Kenny Tripp getting into the back of Tyler King as they check up a little bit coming out of that corner. Wyatt Alexander holding tight in first. We have Nicholas Cusack here with a whole bunch of cars. Brandon Barker on his outside. Getting pressed against the wall a little bit. Just barely holding on. Looks like Nicholas Cusack's going to be able to get by him. Does he have the power to make it through? Joe making a move, getting by the 12 of Kenny Tripp. That'll move him up into 5th place. He started this race in 16th, doing some solid work getting himself up into the top 5. Tyler King making a move on David Oliver. Gets those rumble strips a little bit. That gets him a little loose. Kind of loses that advantage he had. You really have to run a low line, but it's a game of inches. Watching out as the 98 of Stephen Dickey Jr. trying to merge in with this pack. Looks like he found himself a spot. Go on board with Tyler King. Just 0.2 of a second behind David Oliver. We're at lap 62 now. Fast approaching, 10 to go. Here we see our top 3. Garrett Lamb getting the pass in. Going after Brandon Barker next. Garrett, last week's winner. Struggling a little bit this race. Falling back to 9th place after 3rd, but he's going to get the run here on Brandon. Can he keep his nose in there? Close, it's close. Trying to keep the throttle in. Close racing. Brandon kept him pinched on the inside. He had to back out the throttle to stop himself from hitting those rumble strips. Brandon going on the outside, getting out of the throttle just a little too much. Trying not to lose it. Oh, 61 having some issues. That's Matthew Gain. He's currently 5 laps down. He's going to let some guys go by. See this battle between Garrett Lamb and Barker. But Nicholas Cusack's getting up in the mix as well. He's only 3/10 behind Garrett Lamb. And now we got Adam Sturgill in second place, putting a run on Wyatt. Great racing tonight. Only 2/10, he's riding his bumper here. Trying to keep it out of the wall. Got some lapped cars. Should make it interesting. Running really, really close to those rumble strips. One little touch, that's all it takes. He's just waiting for that one little mistake. We got 5 laps to go, folks. Make that 4 laps. Three laps to go. Can Adam find a way to sneak it past Wyatt and take the win? Lap traffic. Two to go. Now's the time to give it everything you got. Lap traffic working to his advantage. Right on the bumper. Having a little bit of trouble getting it out of that turn 4. Coming around for the final lap. Wyatt Alexander just has to hold on here. A few more 100 feet and he will have the win. That will do it. Great, great racing there. Wyatt Alexander, your winner for week 3 of the short track weapons. And Adam having some fun drifting that car all the way around the corner. David Oliver will continue his streak of top 3 finishes. Everybody having a blast. Big thank you to everyone who came out. If you enjoyed the broadcast, be sure to check out the Short Track Weapons Facebook page. Look them up over there. There should be a link in chat if you've been watching with us. If you like the footage, we'll be doing this every Monday at 8 p.m. Be sure to subscribe. Get notified as soon as we go live. Should have the same format as last week. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Really hope you appreciate it if you liked it. And yeah, we will see you guys next week.